Sometimes I'm a bit delayed in response, that's all, mate. Don't fret. I'm well. I'm glad to hear it, mate. I'm glad to hear that you're well, at least. Not about the other stuff. I don't really care about that. Can you hear my fan, by the way? You can't see the game. You can see the game. Okay. I should also probably get some music on the go, shouldn't I? I'm doing alright, thank you, Leopard. I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing fine. Hope that's a note. It is audible. Right, let's fix that then. Let's see. Oh, I know why. Because my noise gate and stuff. How about now? Can you hear it now? Shouldn't be able to hear it now. Look at this little train going past. What the Thames looking, it's a bit warm. All gone very good. Good. So I don't know why a wavelength sometimes does that. Sometimes just disables my noise gate and my noise suppression for some reason. It's a bit weird. It's 27.3 degrees in my room at the moment. Like, it was 30 degrees out yesterday. It's a bit cooler today. It's about 24 out. I would have streamed yesterday, but it was too hot. And the day before as well, it was like 27, a bit too hot for my liking. So I didn't. I hope that's okay with you. I just need to double check, making sure everything's all working. If you just bet one channel point on the Nutcracker thing, like, that's interesting. That's very interesting, mate. Would you like a little hint, mate? I am expecting a parcel today. I don't know if it's going to turn up before I finish streaming, though. Do with that information what you will. It's meant to be turning up before 12:30. Bear in mind, it said this last time and it turned up about 10 minutes late. I won't be on until 12:30 though. So, a little bit of insider trading for you, since the only fucking one that turned up. Welcome in, folks. Hope we're all doing good. We're going to play some Minecraft today. It is a bit warm. It's a little bit warm. I've got the fan on just in case. It's got us to 27.4 in my room at the moment. It got up to about 30 degrees in my room yesterday before I was like, oh, fuck this. It was a welcome in. I hope everyone's doing well. The whole world that's watching this is doing well. It's really good to see us. Really nice turnout as well. 21 here right now. I don't know what it is outside. That is the temperature in my room. Outside at the moment it's 21. It's meant to go up to 25 later. I would go out, but it's meant to rain in the afternoon. So I'll go out tomorrow when it's meant to be 26 and sunny and a gentle breeze, which would be quite nice. I'll go into Guiseley, the place where we can be eating. Remember that old stream reference? That's funny, isn't it? Hello, Fruits. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Probably going to play some Minecraft today. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to show you what I've done, right? And what we're going to do today, I'm going to set a whole backstory for what we're going to do today, okay? So, how are the levels, by the way? The game is always a bit quiet. I can turn that up. Oh, it's on 100%. How are the levels? Is that okay? Is the game audio okay? I can't actually turn it up, is the stupid thing. It's on, like, literally the highest volume. There's nothing else that I can do, which is a bit silly. So I apologise if it's a bit quiet. Levels of the music will go up and down because we're listening to some C418 today, which is the Minecraft music, which is nice. No jump scare in this one though, because I'm using my own offline files that I've bought legally. Instead of using a YouTube video where someone's added a little fucking jump scare 4.5 hours in. I remember that. That's an old reference. I was thinking about this. I'm wearing a t-shirt today. It's a Bernard Purdy t-shirt, and I've worn it on stream quite a few times over the past probably 3 or 4 years. There's something a little bit sort of depressing, I think, about the fact that I wear shirts from that long ago, and every time I come on stream wearing them, the design is a little bit more faded every time. Perhaps that's like a metaphor for something. I don't quite know what. Just something to think about, I suppose. It was a weird jump scare, that, wasn't it? Right, let's turn that off so I don't get fucking copyrighted. Might have to turn it back on a bit and show you something. Oh, spoiler alert, okay. Right. This is what I've done in Minecraft, folks. Fruits, you might be aware of most of this, but I've not streamed it for a good couple of weeks, so... I've been hard at work, I think work is a funny term for it, but, you know. So let's go... What are we doing? Where are we going? We're going to go down here. We're going to go down here. We're going to go down here. I need to finish this, by the way. Had a nose last night and did some bits. Lovely stuff. I did see you come on. I was going to hop on for a bit. It was too hot. It was too hot. This is not done. That's fine. I keep forgetting that this needs finishing. So we will get this done. Not today, though. Not on stream, at least, because it's fucking boring. This is good work to do when you're just listening to music and just ploughing away for a couple of hours. We will not be doing that today. I'm just going to turn my webcam brightness down a little bit. It's a little bit. Just realised what you're building. This is great. Well, no, hang on, Let. This yeah, okay, no, yeah, not here though, Let. We are building one, but not here, and not that. So we've redone this line. Basically, this line was at this level earlier, and it came up here, and it went up here at like a steady level. But then me and Fruits decided, no, we don't want to do that, and there is a reason why we don't want to do that, and this is relevant to what I'm building today. So Fruits has redone this bridge. You can see where the initial level for it was, like down here, so the train line went along here. But Fruits has done this fucking mad thing with the bridge, so it goes up here and it's all level now. Which is really something else, isn't it? That is really something else. All got the electrification and stuff on it as well. It is magnificent. It is really mad, isn't it? Fruits is very critical about it, but that's just what Fruits is like, unfortunately. And the reason for we've done it like this is because it is shit, says Fruits. There you go. The reason we've done it like this is so we can redo this junction. So this junction was really tight before. You can actually see where the train lines went. They went sort of along here, and then it sort of went down there. And it kind of dipped down really quickly, and it just didn't work. It was too steep. So it went back down to come back up. So we've redone it all. So this is a nice, lovely, big junction now. Very smooth curves going around and all that sort of thing. And it's nice. And then there's a big thing in here where we can put something. And me and Fruits were talking about this it's probably about a week or so ago, maybe a bit longer. We were saying, what do we put in here? Do we put like a big like a big Pokemon statue in here? For those who are not aware, this is like a Pokemon sort of server as well. It's Cobblemon. You can see the Pokemon there. And we were like, oh, yeah, we'll think of something. A statue of Mr. Bean. Well, we said we don't want to put like a statue of Mr. Bean or a big villager or anything like that. Sophie, welcome in. Good to see you. I'm doing all right, Sophie. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you, as always. I'm rattling off this story really quickly. There you go, Class 91 on the go there. Lovely stuff. We've already done Bean Piss Island, yeah. It's been done. It's been done, as the famous old saying goes. So there's a website. So we're using a mod here called Create. And what you can do with Create is have like schematics. I made that train, by the way. It's a Class 311, which is also technically a Class 303. Doesn't quite look right, but it's close enough. Basically, you can have schematics, which are these things. And what it means is that if you can do this, and you just go bam, and then it like you can move it around into the place that you want it to go and move the Y level and all that sort of thing. And you just place it and it just plops at any structure that you want to make. So it's really good for like plopping like pre-made houses or things like that. There's a website where people upload their Create schematics. So we don't use them often. It's just interesting to have a look at, see what people are building. So I searched in statue in there to see if someone had like made a statue that we could put in here, maybe about 40 blocks high. So it went up to about, I don't know, 100 and, up to about here or something like that, like a decently sized statue, maybe not 40 blocks, like 25 or something like that. And there was about 3 statues on the website, and one was like a Technoblade one, which I'm not really interested in. That's a bit disrespectful for me to say that, but I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. And the only sort of statue that sort of was like a big statue was like someone had made a big statue of Zeus. Which I don't think I have the. Oh no, I do have the schematic for it actually. Here you go. Which is this. Which was quite funny, and so we were going to put that in there. And then we were like, no, we can find a better place to put this. So we went over the map. We found up here in this completely unknown place that we'd not been to before. Where like 2 rivers sort of intersect. We now have a giant statue of Zeus, which has been modified slightly. It now kind of looks like he's holding a long sort of like chili, like a chili pepper sort of thing. But that's fine. It's meant to be like a trident or a javelin or whatever. I don't quite know. So we've got that here. And so we were like, well, what do we do with this? Do we do anything with it? And so what we found out is that there's a village down here. There's a village down here that was previously unoccupied. But actually, you can see the statue from here. And so that gave me an idea to be like, right, here's what we can do. We can make this village like a sort of Greek-themed village. Lurking, no problem, fruits. We can make like a big Greek-themed village. Good morning, Object Followers. Good morning, TM. Welcome into. Hope you're doing good, mate. Just leaving in the back, yeah, exactly. So we can make like a big Greek sort of themed village. That'd be quite interesting because we've got like a Dutch themed village. We've got Grootdorp over here, and you know, it'd just be vaguely interesting. There is also like it's already sort of a pre-made like big village, like a Terralith village. So I redid the flag of the village, so it's the same as the I believe it's the Civ 6 Greek flag. I don't know if anyone's played Civ before. I haven't. I just googled it, and then that was like a thing that someone made. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that. Oh, there's Yamadam too as well. So I was like, right, what would the Greeks have? They'd have like a big sort of Parthenon type thing, wouldn't they? But that's overdone. We've had a Parthenon in the server before. Leopard, do you remember the Parthenon in the old server from about 4.5 years ago? You know, they had the big map in the world map, and I thought it's been done. So I thought, what if I made like some sort of lookout tower, where it's like a little bit of a tourist attraction, like an old lookout tower where you can go to the top of it and you can look out and you can see Zeus up there, and we can put some NPCs in there and all that sort of thing. So I did that, and that's that, which kind of looks like something out of Oblivion. So I have got Oblivion music playing in here at certain intervals. You can't hear it now though because it's muted. Okay, there's none playing at the moment because it's on a silent thing, but at some point there will be like an Oblivion sort of thing. There's an automatic jukebox thing in this sort of top of this tower thing here, which you can sort of see in here. It's currently playing nothing though, which is fine. It's a big tower. Bark, welcome in, by the way. I hope you're doing good. I'm sad we didn't continue the horseman jokes, as you do get a stream of free horsemen if you build the Tower of Zeus in Civ 3. I would like to bring the horseman thing. I did have to change the name of the little railway fruits, but there is a reason for that. We will bring some sort of horseman thing back into it. Maybe like some sort of horse NPC or something like that. Looks like a big knob, says that. Thanks very much, mate. If your knob looks like that with like these little sort of holes and stuff in, then I'm a little bit worried for you, mate. Oh, is the Oblivion music playing now? Is that the Minecraft music? It's the Oblivion music that's playing. Good grief, that's loud. So we got some nice Oblivion music. So you go in here, and it's like some old sort of, it's just like an old sort of tower. There's not a lot in here. A couple of lights. It's all sort of cracked up. Different viewing levels as well. So the higher you go up, the nicer view is. But you can always see, this is so loud. You can always see the statue from like the first little thing. It's just the higher you go, you get a better view of it. Spokes for wheel, etc, etc. Yeah, exactly. We'll get him in there. We'll get him in there. We'll get a little NPC that does that. Does that little speech. And then here's your top floor up here. And you can sort of watch the Zeus Tower. So I've got a really sort of wanky name for this, which is the Dioscopion. Dios meaning of Zeus, scope meaning to look, and eon basically comes from like that sort of like Greek naming kind of thing, like pantheon and that kind of thing. So there you go, that's there as well. That took a few days to get built. It's a short stream, so I've only been on for a couple of hours, I think. Yeah. Not a day-long stream. If I ever do day-long streams, Sophie, I tend to put them in Discord. I'll tend to say, look, I'm doing an all-day stream tomorrow or whatever. If I'm just coming on for a couple of hours, I kind of just do it all sort of. I just sort of come on and do it. But that's okay, Sophie. Speed always makes the car go faster, yeah.
And we don't care, we'll have a McDonald's Floppy.
Snowball, welcome into you.
Have a Bezos box.
Have a Bezos box. And thank you very much, Snow. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you very much. Welcome in. How's that? How many months is that? It does not tell me on Castlabs. About 27 months or something ridiculous like that. 27 months. Good grief, mate. Thank you very much. And welcome into you. I hope you're doing good, mate. How did the Nutcracker prediction go, by the way? Did anyone else actually bet on that? Or is it literally just Leopard betting 1 point? Yeah. Okay, so Leopard has bet 1 point on the will there be a Nutcracker today. And this is the problem with people who sort of stroll in a bit late, no offence, Snore and Fruits and Bark and Sophie and Tien. But for the first 8 minutes of the stream, there is a Nutcracker bet of will there be a Nutcracker today, and Leopard was the only person to put a bet on it. And he's put 1 point on yes. I think I will be getting a Nutcracker today. I've got some shoes. I've got some shoes that are turning up. So hopefully they'll be turning up before 12 o'clock, which is probably roughly when I'll be ending. Can I put the Minecraft music back on? There we go. I'm getting some little walking shoes, Snore, from Decathlon. Because I don't want to jinx it, like. But I'm going to be meeting up with Snore again in a couple of weeks, and we're going to go on a little walk. All my shoes that I sort of go out in are quite flimsy. And like 10 quid, sort of like basically just slippers. Which ones have you got, Snorbuckle? I didn't get expensive ones. They were about 30 quid. I didn't get really expensive ones. I was looking at getting like 60 quid sort of Columbia ones, but I thought it's probably not worth it if I'm just going out on a little thing. I don't do massive sort of hikes or anything like that. Toe shoes, says Sophie. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Profiteroles or eclairs, says Tien. No idea what you mean by that either. So sorry. I've made you furious now. Didn't realise there was a Nutcracker prediction. At the start of every stream, Sophie, there is, yeah. Start of every stream, I'm sorry. The one I have, what are they called, Snowbuckle? Or chuck a link in the chat if you can. Leaving now because I'm mad. Why is everyone mad? Because you all didn't turn up at the start of the stream. It's your own fucking fault, folks. It's your own fucking fault. This is going to be like a little visitor centre that is not done yet. There's going to be a little gift shop in here. That's fine. I will be giving them. I'm going to be wearing them on my little daily walks, TN. So I'll be wearing them for like at least 15-20 minutes every day, up until it's like 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks away. Wisecrack, thank you very much for the 3-month sub. Thank you very much for the 3-month sub, my friend. Welcome into you. How is it going? Snowbuckle, I'm really fucking worried here. Oh, okay, thank God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. Do you want to see the ones that I've got, Snowbuckle? So, hang on. Snowbuckle's bought. Hang on. Where's the ones I bought? I got really worried then, Snore. I thought we were going to be fucking shoe buddies. And we're not. Let's find out. So the ones that I've got. So Snowbuckle's got shoes from Decathlon, and they're called Men's Waterproof Hiking Shoes NH100 Mid WP. Okay. The ones I've got are called Men's Low Waterproof Hiking Boot NH100. Which is a very, very similar name. But mine are different. Mine are lower. I'll show you the ones that I've got if I can find a link for them. These ones. Again, Twitch will probably not like the link at all. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, it's terrible, that, isn't it? Wisecrack, thank you very much for the resub, mate. 3 months, welcome into you, mate. How's it going? I'm so sorry about that. It's lovely to see you. Thank you very, very much. The profiteroles or eclairs message was just a cheeky little shoe joke for fans. Oh, very good, mate. Yeah, very good. No, I didn't clock that. I'm so sorry. Very, very good. Always good to take your feet on a little walk, exactly. I'm going out into Guiseley tomorrow. I have already done the place where you can be eating joke, Tien. Sorry about that. You weren't here for it. So I'll wear them for that. And I'll I'll have them for little test walks and all that sort of thing. But I'm not meeting Snore for a couple of weeks. I don't think it's 10 days, something like that. So plenty of time. Where did it go up to? Don't want anything to do with Europe after last night. TN, I went to bed at 9:30. It was too hot. I went to bed at 9:30 and I thought, I'm going to come on the stream tomorrow and have to deal with Leopard and TN being fucking insufferable. It is funny though, isn't it, folks? It is funny. It is funny. Welcome to you, folks. Hiking's what I say when I come to this chat. Sometimes very good, wise, right? As you fucking should, to be honest with you. I will close. I'm sorry, Lev. I'm so sorry. I did see someone say though it's probably good that they lost, because otherwise Thomas Frank would have been sacked if they'd have won. So makes you think, doesn't it? They did play well, to be fair. It's just one of those things. So here's a little subway thing that I've got underneath the station. It goes along to here. I love this little path that I've done, by the way. I just want to say that I do like this little path that I've made. It's nice. And it goes all the way round this. I might make it a little bit wider, possibly. We'll have some little NPCs walking around it and stuff like that. I think that would be nice. It was too hot yesterday, wasn't it, Tofi? Weirdly, I've been sleeping terribly now for about 2 months. Probably longer, actually about 3 months, to be fair. I've not had a really good sleep for about 3 months. I had a really fucking fantastic sleep last night. Even when it was really hot, I had a fantastic sleep. It's the first time I've woken up and gone, do you know what? I actually feel like refreshed in probably 2 or 3 months, I would say. So I'm very happy about that. Not sure why, just one of those things, isn't it? One of a Greek captain Dom do person that. Yeah, we'll do that. Absolutely. Those look good. I should get a pair so we can definitely be shoe buds. I mean, if you want, Snore, get the different colour though, mate. I got the grey ones. There's like little sort of khaki ones. But they're not quite that sort of khaki green. They're a little bit nicer than that, I would say. So it's like a little sort of subway sort of tunnel under here. You can get your tickets from here. And you can also get, I've not set up a ticket thing for this yet. But we will set up tickets for this thing, which is the RZE, which is the Rolling Zeus Express. And the reason for it is that I changed the name for it. It was previously the Zeus Horseman Express. But I did change the name for it because I wanted the logo for this to be the sort of thunderstorm sign, which is that there, which is shaped like an R. So it kind of makes sense to have it beginning with R. And it turns out there's not a lot of... I mean, it could have just been like a Railway Zeus Express or something, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So it shows up on here as well, the little logo for it, which is quite nice. So we've got like a little sort of subway platform here, and this is a little narrow gauge. This is a little narrow gauge train, which is going to come in a second. And you can see here, actually, these are little sort of... different kind of blocks here line up with where the doors are for both trains, which is really good. Check this out. Wait for this. No gauge shaming, please. Look. Bam. So you get on here. Now these seats don't work yet because we've not got a mod in that lets them work, but there is a mod that hypothetically will let these work, so you can sit on them, but you can't sit on them at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame, but that's fine because no one ever fucking comes on the server anyway. Do you sleep with the fan on or the TV on? So sometimes I sleep with the fan on, Leopard, but I've only slept with the fan on like twice. I did have the fan on yesterday until I was like half asleep though, and then I turned it off and then I just instantly fell asleep, which was quite nice. So I might have to do that more regularly, I think. You did send me a picture for Pride Train. Thank you very much for that. I suppose. So we've got a little narrow gauge thing here that takes you from this village here and basically goes all the way through here. It does tunnel a lot. There's like a little sort of midpoint here, and by the way, they're both synced up, so they both pass this midpoint at the same time, which is quite nice. And then we've got another train down at the other side, which is there, which is now setting off. And it goes up to the statue, and then we'll put some NPCs and stuff around here, a little station in here as well. It's a bit weird this though, because it's high up, it's on stilts, which is not a problem. But what we're going to do today, folks, is we're going to build a viaduct. He says, how many minutes into the stream are we? 31 minutes. 31 minutes to explain all of that. 31 minutes. We're going to build a viaduct. Whether it's going to go all the way across, I don't think so, because there's this bit here, it probably doesn't need to be there. Certainly across here would be nice. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. I've never built a viaduct in Minecraft before, though, so we'll see. Just Drive, what do you explain? Why don't you fuck off, Nightlights? Why don't you just leave again? How about that? How about you just leave? Please? Look at it go. There is also, there's no turning circle here, so one of the trains goes backwards one way and forwards the other, and then the other one does the opposite. I don't really care about that though. They're only going slow, so I don't actually mind them sort of going backwards and forwards like that. Doesn't bother me at all. Just yeah, exactly. Nice. We're building a little viaduct. I don't know what style of viaduct. Fruits. I don't know. There was a picture that I saw on Google yesterday that Minecraft viaduct. It'll possibly look something like this. It's going to be a Reddit link, folks, and I'm really sorry about that. Via viaducts. Yeah, and that go live notification, Sophie. Unfortunately, go live notification didn't let me sort of explain the joke fully because of the character limit, which I had no idea about. It's a little bit annoying, but whatever. So we're going to build a viaduct, certainly along this river bit here, which means we're going to probably have to get rid of this tree down here, which is not a problem. And then also probably get rid of that down there. Again, not an issue, really. Possibly define here and then probably start another... Well, I don't know about here, actually. I don't know what we'll do here. If we just have it on stilts or... I'm not sure. There was a really interesting bridge I did. I don't know if you've seen this, actually, Fruits, but I've rejigged this junction down here. At this... Ooh. So why is that going back that way? Might have to see about that. I think, Fruits, we're getting to a point where possibly this train waiting here so long is causing issues. The thing is, Fruits, is that this is what I was going to say, Fruits. This junction here, and also the bit that I'm going to show you later, I've got it set up like this because I don't understand the signals fully. And every time you explain the signals to me, it's kind of like... Yeah, a bit in The Simpsons when someone explains something to Homer and there's that like clapping monkey in his head. It's a little bit like that. So what I'm doing for this bit here is I'm just seeing what happens. And then I'm just going to trial and error fix it myself. I think that's the best way for me to understand signals fully. And that way I won't have to sort of keep coming to you and going, does this work? Does this work? I don't quite know though. Because I don't know what this is doing. I think it's something to do with this line here, because I had to put this line here, crossing here, because there were trains that were trying to come down here when this was... Why is this here now? Right. Is it because of this freight train that's stuck here? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Right, and that's just going back that way, which is not what I wanted at all. But that's okay. Can't go because the new measurement train's in the block. Right. I think this has happened a couple of times. I think because possibly this train waits here for so long, it causes everything else to back up a little bit, and then that's coming in through there. I might have to rejig this whole bit and just... I don't know if I can, to be honest with you, but we'll see. And this goes really slowly through here as well, which is not good. But I have come up here quite a few times and noticed, because this train sort of sits here all day. And then there'll be like 4 or 5 trains behind it. There'll be like the new measurement train and this train and you know, the little pacer as well. When they're all in the platforms, it's fine. So that's going in there. So this should be able to go now. Right, no, the pacer's going now. Right, okay. Can you hear my fan, by the way? I hope you can't. Right, and then that can go. Good stuff. That's fine. Right. And then the new measurement train. I think it's something to do with this cross line here that I'm gonna fix it and make it shorter. Because it does not need to be that long. Because what it was doing is trains were sort of coming down, and then because the track ended, they were trying to. I can't remember what it was now, to be honest with you. It was a little bit of a faff though. There was a reason for it, which I can't quite remember. It was when I was testing trains to go down to Dioscopia. It was. Can you see it from here? By the way, you can't really. When I was testing trains to go down there, they couldn't get past here because there was the lot that was in this platform here, and then the sleeper train was in this platform, and so it just couldn't get past. So I fixed it. Anyway, so this little junction here is my sort of little testing ground for signals to see if everything sort of works as I think it will. And I'll just have to trial and error it and then see what I'm doing. And then I've built a little line going down here. This isn't done yet. And it goes through this fucking horrible mangrove swamp, which I hate. By the way, I hate the mangrove swamps. And then again, we found another schematic online for like an old abandoned arena sort of thing. And so I've built a little bridge here, a little railway bridge, by the way. Do you like that? Little suspension bridge type thing. I built it originally and then realised that I'd done it the opposite way. Instead of having 2 sets of triangles, I'd done 1 triangle in the middle and then gone, actually, suspension bridges don't look like that, do they? So I had to sort of schematic it and then, like, duplicate it. So I've got a nice little suspension bridge there. Also tried this little interesting thing. You can't quite see it here, but, like, this little interesting thing where you've got some of it on stilts here, like on these supports, as it goes across, which is quite nice. A little bit inspired by the, do you know in Red Dead Online, or just Red Dead generally, when you've got the train tracks and they go along the swamp and they're on those sort of like wooden, like that little wooden support kind of thing. It was sort of a little bit like that I was going for. Anyway, here's the old abandoned arena. I've got a train station for it. Nothing comes down here yet though. But the good thing about this is that all of this stuff here in the middle of this and all the way around it actually does have bricks, but because this create schematic is from 1.21 and we're in 1.20.1, we don't have the bricks in the game yet. So it's actually spawned in without all the bricks. Like all of this stuff was like a different type of brick in the middle here. But what that meant, because all this stuff was missing, is that it kind of just looked abandoned. It did have a full glass roof as well at the start, but what we've done is we basically chipped away at the glass roof, so it looks like it's just sort of or abandoned and then like overgrown almost. So there's like a little sort of arena thing here that we can sort of speculate about what that was for and all that sort of thing, which is quite nice. Again, just another little thing to put. It looks great on the map as well. Just another little thing to put somewhere. And the idea is that this track will go down probably along here to Moomin Valley. And then probably through the mountain range and then down here to this village and then down here to the quarry, which is not built yet. And then it probably link up here where the Simpsons houses and farm is and this little village here. But I don't know how to do it yet, because basically as soon as you go up here on like Y100, whereas here on Y75-ish. Which either means you're going to have a really steep bit going all the way up there, or we do the track underground, but then we've got the same problem we've got here, where basically all the track is just underground. It might be a little bit more interesting because it's diagonal, perhaps. It's not that long, but basically all of this underground would be all underground here. All of that would be underground, and it would probably pop out again around here. So it's quite a lot of underground stuff again, but I don't really think it can be helped if you're building a line at that state. It's sort of that height, unless this is just a terminus thing and it just ends here. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, sorry, hang on. I've just clicked on something. Min, welcome in, by the way. Good to see you. How's it going? I've just clicked on that message and I don't know how to like unclick on it. Like that's the only message that I can see, which is unusual. I don't actually know how to fix that. Ooh, that's not good. I'm going to have to reset Castellans, folks. Never seen it do that before. Switchbacks, what do you mean? Snorbuckle, sorry, switchbacks. Forgive me. Right, I think Castellans has reset itself, thankfully. Possibly. Just double checking, making sure I'm not missing messages. So yeah, I don't quite know what I'm going to do here. It either ends here or it goes underground for this section, and it doesn't even have to go up at all because it'll come back out at like 70 something here. Oh, to gain elevation looks more realistic. Switchbacks. Colorado swings. Oh, I see. Right. Possibly Snorbuckle. It's difficult to do that sort of thing with a railway line on such a short scale. Possibly. Because there's no sort of... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really a hill for it to go up and do the sort of switchbacks because it's kind of just a river here. So it would likely just be on stilts. And there is also the thing that if it's not quick... then they will just take the other route anyway. If they were going if they were coming from the south to the north, and there's a route that sort of comes along here. If you're going from here up to here, it'd be quicker to go this way. But if this is all switchbacks up here, it might be quicker for them to actually go up here and then around, which is what we do. I know you can do waypoints and stuff through it and all that sort of thing, but we have to see. It's a tricky one doing the train tracks because you're very sort of limited on the space. You have to sort of suspend your there's a little village up there. You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit with some of the what are they called, the things that we've got, the slopes, because it's Minecraft terrain and it's just a little bit more faffy than real life, unfortunately. But we'll see. I'll have a think about it. I'm not doing that today anymore. I'm gonna fucking buy it. Door. Confirmed nutcracker for leopard there. It's a confirmed nutcracker for leopard, and it's a complete prediction. Will there be a nutcracker today? Choose outcome. Yes. Wow. Leopard's won 1 channel point. That's huge. It's a 1 channel point victory for leopard. You've not even won it, have you? You just got it back. Remember the day I was here. Where were you when leopard won 1 channel point? That was my shoes. I might open them in a bit. I want to build a viaduct though. Also, in terms of the signaling and stuff, here is a little bit interesting because I've got like a through line that goes 2 ways. And I'm going to use this as another sort of testing ground to see if my signaling's all sort of correct. And maybe not correct, but to see what happens when I've got it set up this way and why that happens and that sort of thing. Because sometimes we were doing the Nermatron, I don't know if you saw this, I don't know if I did this on stream or not, but we were doing the Nermatron Resort train station, and that's got like an interesting, so it's 1 platform. So trains have to come into it from both sides. And it's a bit sort of unusual in the way it's signalled. And it took quite a bit of time to get right before we realised that it was because one of the station blocks hadn't got a proper name on it, but that was fine. Nermatron Resort has a little station, by the way. You see this? Look. It's good, actually. Got a conductor Jane here as well, who doesn't say anything yet. I've done a lot of NPC stuff recently. I need to probably do more of that. One go to leopard, is that what it says? It's nice this, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It's just sort of on little stilts, which is quite funny. But yeah, it's nice. Got like a little sort of bar thing with a little radio, which you can't hear right now. It might be off actually. There you go, that's for you, leopard. Oh shit, how do you stop it now? There you go. Yeah, and there's like a little Fruits has made like a little sort of a little rail car that it's like a little one carriage thing that comes between here and Peanut Island, which is quite nice. And I've also got a train that comes from Pancake Cross down here up to Peanut Island as well. What was it? It was just some reggae stuff, leopard. Just for you, mate. Just for you. Have we done anything else? I don't think I've done anything else. That's not done. I've not mucked about with Pancake Cross at all. What the bumper? Too fucking right, mate. What the bumper indeed. Right. So, Viaduct. And I want to build it probably out of cobblestone or some form of cobblestone. Maybe one of the chipped cobblestone things like cobblestone laid cobblestone bricks or small cobblestone bricks. We'll probably get some of the cracked ones in as well. It'll be quite nice. I've like I said, I've never built a viaduct before, so I really haven't got a clue how this is going to go. So we're just going to have to fucking trial and error it, I think. Also means we probably don't necessarily need the... Probably don't need the girders underneath it, actually, now I think about it. So I might remove those, at least temporarily. Ooh. Just for now. We can always add them back later if we need to. We will have to get rid of some trees and stuff as well, but that's not a problem. What I do here for these sort of things is remove a lot of trees, and then once I'm done, I just replant them again in places that are nearby, but not sort of interfering with whatever I've built. Also, probably wasn't the best idea to get the trains running on the route while I did this, but whatever. You know. We'll just have to work around them. It's not the end of the world. I like this song. If someone to go on holiday to this world, what place would you recommend? I would recommend Nurmatron Resort, which is good actually. Because it's got like a sweaty bar. And luxury accommodation and that sort of thing, if you want to have a look down here. There you go, your spacious luxury accommodations down here. Which is nice. Why is Harvest Dawn playing? Sorry. Matt, welcome in. How's it going? I have no idea why Harvest Dawn's playing here. That's okay, I think. So here's your luxury spacious accommodation. I'll turn that down a little bit. Which is nice. You can have a sleep in there. There you go. Have a little sleep. There's other stuff in here as well, which is fairly nice. Got like the fucking state of it down there. You know, there's this little place, and there's a little sort of spa room here with Diglett for some reason, and a Geodude at the job they could eradicate, and Alfred. It's just like going to Milk exactly. It's so loud. Good grief. Yeah, it's nice. There's a little slide here as well that you can go into, I believe. Here you go. I don't know where it comes in from, but you can sort of go in here and it's like a little water slide. I'm not touching any of this, it's just the water taking me down. I mean, it's nice. The good thing about this server, Sophie, is that there's no sort of health and safety kind of administration. Sort of. This, oh, Jesus. And then you splash down into there. Bam. It's nice. See, you could go there. You could go to Peanut Island. You go to Peanut Island over here. There's some like Pokemon little battlegrounds. There's a big hotel there. You got the Pokemon League Stadium that Knight's built, which is just utterly fucking ridiculous. You've got the Claydol Marina as well, which currently has not a lot in it, but that's fine. It's like a little sort of seaside, like Sotopolis City kind of place here as well, with Lois as well from Family Guy. She's in here somewhere. I always forget exactly where she is. But she's knocking about in. Is she in here? She's normally in here somewhere. I think she's stuck. Oh, she's there. Look. She does also say the horse is here, but you can't see that because I'm in the way, unfortunately. Have also got Cynthia here, but she had a problem with her house being reset to like the default kind of thing here, which means that she's now actually just stuck in a hole. Looky, that's a Family Guy. Yeah. I mean, it could get rebuilt. It's not a problem. So there's that. You could go to like there's like a lot of touristy sort of places. You got the Ocean Monument down here, which is done. It's officially done because Fruits built the lift for it. Where's it gone? It's here. You take the undersea train to the monument. So Fruits has built the lift in here. So it now goes up into. You can explore the old sort of monument. It's like been, what's the word? Thingied out, like sponged out. Got Steth from Stathlet's Flats. I'm gonna have to make a thing where he's from that fucking Greek place or something like that. We've got Maya here as well. You can talk to all these people. They've all got dialogue. Got Mikkel here as well. It's Michael Nightlights. And then the other thing that we're going to do from here is have a sort of like a travelator thing that sort of goes along here and up here into the other tourist attraction we've got, which is the Bean Piss Island, which is this lovely villager statue, which has a long and complicated lore. Where else could you go? You go to Winkledorp, you go to the shopping village, Winkledorp. There's loads of little shops and stuff in here. He says he goes to the one place where there's no shops. Look, there's loads of little shops. You can buy some like balls or enchanted books or create stuff. Loads of little vending machines, some snacks. Trying to think of like touristy places. I guess you could go to Mount Vulcan, but that's not done yet, which is like a volcano that's going to be up there where you can battle trainers. You go to Night City, which is Night's ridiculous fucking city that again is not done yet, but I don't think anything in the server's like properly done. Fruits has built the little train bridge along here, by the way. The little train station in here now, which is good. You could go up to the Woodland Mansion, which has loads of stuff in it. I think I showed on the stream last time I was mucking about with the Woodland Mansion. It's got like 6 platforms now. So instead of just the 2 platforms that come in here, you now have 3 and 4, which are through platforms, and then you've got 5 and 6 as well, which are not through platforms, but they are terminus platforms, but they go out to the east, where we'll do a thing line going to the Witch Village and then down to Big Village here and the Valley and the Vista Tower and that kind of thing. Hallie, welcome in. Good to see you. How's it going? So I had to squint to see your name there. For some reason on my Castellabs thing, it shows up as like a blue that is very difficult to look at. It's not your fault though. It is a Castellabs problem. They should have better accessibility settings, shouldn't they? Like a high contrast mode or whatever. or readable colours or whatever. I don't know. Where else could you go? You could go to Excalibur. Oh shit. Which is Bark's little. Oh shit. Bark's little sort of city in a mountain. Which is pretty nice. It's getting there. This is a crazy world, isn't it? This has been going for like 15 months now. It's quite crazy. There's a lot. You could go to the foothills, which is I think I did a stream where I sort of mucked about in here. Do a little Pokemon battle in there, and there's like a little hiking trail that I've made that isn't fully done yet, but it sort of goes up here and you can't really see it. I need to sort of make it a different material, but it goes around here and like turns into a little tunnel in here. Shit. And also in here. And then it goes down. It stops here at the moment, but the idea is that it'll probably go because from there to there, but it'll go all the way up here or something. I don't know. 15 months later, is older than you, Sophie. That is right. Where else we go? You got Algernon Town, which is like my little sort of village that I made. It's like a little snowy sort of place. A little Pokemon Center, and you've got the little lodge and the breeding shack, or whatever it's called. You got Baltic Avenue, where you can buy a little house and like decorate it. Like maybe not that one, this one though, that Bark decorated. Which is quite nice. Do that sort of thing. Beast 12, hello, welcome in. I'm just showing people what I've been up to in Minecraft. Well, we are going to build a viaduct. I will get around to that at some point, presumably. You'd like to think so. There's also the Droll Hole Comedy Club over here, and like a little sort of like park thing with a little Reggie Ice Lake. And little shops where you can buy like berries and coffee and that kind of thing. Like a little winter market. They haven't got dialogue yet. I need to do that as well, actually. I keep forgetting. This makes me want to oh, fuck me. This makes me want to re-download Minecraft. Do it. Why not? I have big Minecraft phases every now and then. I was on this probably for about like 3 months. And then this is my little gym down here, my Pokemon gym. A little ice type gym. And also this big spire here, but this is a Terralith thing. Yeah, I was on this for about 3 months, and then everyone sort of took a massive break from it, and then a few of us have come back and sort of been on it again. Mostly me and Fruits have been on it again, and just sort of expanding out like the rail network, so it all goes down here, and this was never here like a few months ago. I've got High Bixby, my little sort of village. Weird that didn't activate my phone. It's quite nice actually. Just chipping away at it, yeah. Just slowly improving it. So you goes down to like the stronghold here. And the idea that I've got with these things, I think I talked about it before, is that I've got certain places that are called like battle areas, which is, I think I've got like a little logo for it here, look, where basically there's going to be loads of NPCs in these places that are like of a certain level. So the Woodland Mansions, or the Monument's a good example of this actually. In fact, no, we'll go to the Woodland Mansion. Because we've not been there yet. Oh no, we have been there. But the Woodland Mansion's a good example because it's the first one that I did where like there's like people walking around. And some of them you can just chat to and they'll just say, you just have conversations with them. But some of them are trainers and they will be like of a certain level. But the thing with them is that they're all IV and EV trained. They're not EV. No, they're not IV trained. They are EV trained, I think, is the one. I always get them mixed up. So they're a little bit more difficult than normal trainers. I think this one's a trainer, for example, so you can say, hey, want a battle? And you go, yes, please. And then it should start a battle, which it hasn't, which is unusual. So let's do that again. Oh, that's not working. Jack, welcome in. How's it going? Why is this not working? Ooh. Right, okay, I'll make a note of that. That's not working for some reason. Weird. Are there like ways of placing prefabricated structures? Yes. Yes, Matt. I was saying earlier, there's we're using a mod called Create, and with Create you can use schematics. Which means you can place down basically anything. This must be a battle. There you go. Why are the battles not working? Does creative stop battles? It shouldn't do. No, that's not working either. Do I have to press enter? No. Right, that's not right. Okay, something's wrong with the battles. That's not good. Don't know how long that's been a problem for. What about if we go to the... oh, shit. What if we go to the monument? This is the other battle area that I've done. Let's have a look. In fact, let's just... I believe you can battle Mikhail, so we will battle Mikhail. What? Huh? My name's Mikhail, I'm looking for a battle partner. Right, I can eat bananas, very good, okay. Right, battles aren't working. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, well we'll have to see about that. Not entirely sure what's happened there. But basically, they all have... In fact, you can actually look. You do trainers... You can't even do trainers setup. It's like the mod just isn't... An error occurred while reloading. Right. Something's up with the trainer mod then. Because you can't even look at the trainer setup for it. So I don't know if it's crashed or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But to answer your question, Matt, yeah, you can basically... I've got loads of schematics here, actually, where... in fact, where's a good place to do this? Because we can actually put one down somewhere, I imagine. Where's not got one? Has Pancake Cross got ticket machines? Oh, it has. I suppose we could put another one in here. If we've got room for it, which we don't really, because I've fed up with too many fucking chairs. The mod might need possibly updating, yeah, but it's a little bit of a faff. If it's client-side at least, which I imagine it possibly is. It may do. I don't know, we did update the mod pack not too long ago, and I've not really checked it since then, so it's probably... I don't know if there's like a latest version, needs rolling back or something, I'm not sure. Fruits will have a look at it. Fruits knows what they're doing. But basically, yes, Matt, you got a schematic. So this is how we've put this big Greek statue in, is because it was a schematic that someone made and actually uploaded online. And so we've just downloaded it and plopped it in the server. That's if you want to. You can put anything in that, but if you're just like wanting to put in like a woodland mansion, for example, you can do / I can't remember what it is, but there's like a generate command where if you want to like place an actual structure, is it place? It's like place, yeah, you can do place. You can't see what I'm doing here. It's under here. Place structure, and then you can choose from like any of this stuff. You can choose the coordinates for it. We have done that for, where was it? There's a little sort of brewery thing here. We've put this here. It's like a little sort of brewery. That we placed in here. It's like a nice little sort of pre-generated thing. Which is quite nice. So you can put those sorts of things in, and it randomizes that sort of thing. If there's like different sort of, you know, if it's like a woodland mansion and there's different, you know, they don't all look exactly the same. I think it'll just randomly generate one. Same with this. I think we put this here, this little witch hut here. Actually, not hut. Sorry, this mage tower. I generated this here. We've got Brian Wilson in here as well, and he sings Shortening Bread. He's in there, look. So yeah, you can do that sort of thing. It's really good. It's very helpful. It also helps when you're making like a train or something, Matt, and you want to duplicate it, because you can just schematic the whole train and then just place it again instead of having to build it from scratch. So there's all my schematics that I've got on me. There was some of these I've lost, unfortunately. The Pokemon Center is a great example of one. Like, it's just like a standard little template thing that I think Gundy made. And so we just sort of plop these down anywhere in like little villages that need one. And it's just a little Pokemon Center. You got a little Nurse Joy, you talk to her, and she says, like, do you want to heal your Pokemon? Yes, it actually heals your party as well. And then there's like a couple of little computers here where you can go through your Pokemon. Like, it's like a little sort of hostel thing as well, some beds you can sleep in. Chests, ender chest, and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's very helpful for that sort of thing. There is a website. If you Google like Minecraft create schematics or something like that, I believe that there is a website where, I don't believe it, I mean it is true, there's a website where people can upload that sort of thing. So for example, it's really helpful for this sort of thing. So I made this platform, and instead of having to build it a second time, I just schematiced this platform and just duplicated it here. So you've got two identical platforms. Also helped when I was making this, because instead of having to like draw out a full circle of like these bricks, basically just need to do a quarter of it, schematic that, and then place it in each corner. Very helpful for that kind of thing. So you technically only, for some things, you only have to build a quarter of it or half of it. Then you can just schematic it. And it just saves a lot of time, you know. I can't think of another example off the top of my head where we've done that. But there's a few. The bridge actually is... Oh, this bridge down here is a good example. Actually, where's it gone? This one here that I built. We did this on stream, actually. So there's a giant sort of bridge here. But basically what I did is schematic. I built a quarter of it. I built sort of these cables here, schematiced this quarter of it here, flipped it, put it there, and then schematiced that whole thing, and then duplicated that and put it there. So instead of having to build all of it block by block, you basically just like half or quarter the time. It's quite nice. This is like the 3D warehouse in SketchUp. I'm not familiar with that, Matt. I'm so sorry. This world's absolutely incredible. I'm blown away every time I see it. I'm glad you like it, Jack. It is nice. It's our little forever world, I think. I don't think we're ever going to get rid of this server. Not for a long time anyway. Because we've done so much to it. But at the moment, basically what we do is we kind of just build railways to places. But then what I like doing is building railways to places, but then having a reason to visit that place. So for example, for this, instead of it just being like a little Terralith village, I've added this stupid little tower to it, and then we've got this little railway line going over here. We are going to build a viaduct here, by the way, folks. Let's do this right now, he says, after the fucking 100th time. The jingle's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's good. That I think that's just a little command where you can just make it play a sound. We will have to get rid of this and probably that as well, which is not a problem. That's fine. Drop that. Schematic, didn't he play for Chelsea? Oh, good stuff, Wisecrack. Doesn't really work when I say it out loud, unfortunately, but I knew where you were going with it, and congratulations to you. It's very good. Been thinking about Cargo Room a lot lately. Wisecrack and Brad Pitt stops. I sort of circle round to them every now and then. You know, if I'm just ever in a bit of a shitty mood or whatever, I just sort of think Brad Pitt stop, and then I'm alright again. I'm bumped back up to like a 6 out of 10. I really liked a wrestler whose name was The Blueprint. He was cool. Really? What was that sort of like? Did they have like a sort of special move? Did they have a name for the special move? I can't think of what it would be. We might have to stop these trains from travelling along here actually while I build this, because I think it might cause issues. Then again, it might not do. Maybe just to stop being such a fucking baby. But folks, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start in the middle. Ish. And hopefully this will start working all right. So we'll probably build it out 3 wide. That probably works. The trains are so good, Jack, honestly. I wouldn't be so into this if you know, the trains weren't in it. That is a big thing for me. And I've realised now when I sort of build stuff that I have sort of like a system for how to make things look good. And it's basically make things as blocky as possible to start off. And then you sort of like chip away at them and chisel them. So like I've done with this tower down here. Like originally this was kind of just a big cuboid. And then I've put like these arches in, and then I've like indented these in with copycat walls, and I've put like these sort of pillar trims and stuff on it. There's probably still things I could add to this actually that would make probably something to do with the. You could probably do this kind of thing if I did like a layer and then a slice, a vertical slice. You could probably do this sort of thing on the corners, where to make them a little bit thicker, you do that. Ooh. But actually get the fucking pillar block. There you go. Oh, wrong one. There you go. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. There you go. So you do that sort of thing, and then you'd also fill in the corner, possibly. Oh, shit. Hang on. Wrong button. There you go. And then you fill in the corner with the corner slices. Make sure it's the right... Is that the right one? I don't know. Yeah, it is. Look at that. There you go. And all of a sudden, that's like sticking out a little bit and just adds a little bit of a sort of... a little bit more sort of texture and depth to it, I guess. You'd probably just do that to all those. It's those little things. Like around here, there's these little sort of copycat bite panels things around this, just to give it a bit of an outline. And then before you know it, it looks quite good. So that's my way of building stuff. So this is going to look very cubey and very blocky to start off with. But over time, it will be sort of chiseled away at. Probably not finished today, but if in a future stream, if I show you it, you'll see what I mean. It'll look a lot different, I imagine. It might not do. I don't know. Really looking forward to the Cobblemon update when it's available without breaking everything else. Well, I think Create needs updating first. I think we need Create 0.6 on Fabric. And then after that, I think it's sort of like everything else can update. I think it's a Create problem at this point. For some reason, it's taking them an age to bring it to Fabric. I don't know why. Blueprint never won, but they always had plans. Good stuff. One of his moves was the carbon footprint, which doesn't make an awful lot of sense looking back at it. It doesn't make any sense, Wisecrack, actually. That's good, though. I mean, I assume he kicked someone in the face or something like that, Wisecrack, if it's like footprint. I don't know. I couldn't think of what else it would be. Let's use copycat stairs here. I don't know. I also don't know how to do arches. Fuck, hang on. I'm holding the wrong thing, aren't I? Throw that away as well. I don't know how to do art. Oh shit, I'm holding the wrong fucking staircase, aren't I? It's that one I need. Create but Cal cooked. Is that something? I don't know why it's kind of, other people have to judge that. I don't really know. Not really sure what you're talking about, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Have you played a game called Tiny Glade? You build tiny towns and dioramas. It's on my wish list, Hallie, actually. It is on my Steam wish list. I may get it at some point and stream it. I think it'd be nice. I was watching a good friend of mine, Truffle Hut, stream it not too long ago. It does look like the sort of thing that I would like if I'm in the mood for it. Do you know what I did buy yesterday and I've never played it before? I bought Transport Fever 2. I don't know if that's meant to sort of be good or not. No idea. Has anyone tried that before? Transport Fever 2? It's like 75% off, so I just thought, fuck it, why not? It feels like it might scratch my itch of like the transport-y sort of city skyline-y kind of itch that I sometimes get, where it's like I kind of want to build a transport system in an actual kind of realistic looking game and see all the trains going about and stuff. Whether it's actually like that or not, I haven't got a clue. Is that no shit? So would that be like that, and then you do that? No. I never know how to do arches. The carbon footprint, it takes a lot of plane journeys and kills you with pollution. Playing the long game, yeah. That would be a good wrestling move. He just buys a plane ticket. That's what the crowd wants to see. It's fantastic. It's the perfect game to play in bite-sized chunks or just get lost in a build. Tiny Glade, I mean, I've not played the train one. Yeah, that's fair. Information about train RE41. Oh, are you mucking about with that, Fruits? I think it's telling me that because I disassembled it and reassembled it. I'm sorry. Copycat. Does it need like a slab at the top? Does it need like a slab up here? Like there? It still doesn't look right. I don't want to go too fine with this and start using copycat slices. Would it just be... Would it be like that? And then you put stairs there. Oh, that's alright, isn't it? Closed TTD. I think it's a little bit like that. I don't know. I've never played that either. I've never really played it. The closest sort of game I've played to that would probably be like City Skylines. But it's very moddable Transport Fever 2 as well. And I bought the deluxe edition because apparently if you get the deluxe edition, then you get a class 43 in the game that you can use. And I was like, I'm fucking sold. I'm sold. Let's get it. So, what about that? No, I fucked it now. It's probably just that, isn't it? Like, that's an acceptable looking arch, not on this side. Like, that looks okay, doesn't it? I think. Possibly. Open TTD stream? Yeah. I thought about streaming Transport Fever 2, but then I was kind of like... I wonder... This isn't even fucking even. I wonder about the sort of people that watch those sort of streams. If I start a Transport Fever 2 stream, it's like, oh, it's my first time playing Transport Fever 2. I worry that I'm going to get a lot of people that are just like, you've got to do this and you got to do this. And it's, oh, no, I won't stream it then. Is that a good arch? I'm a little bit worried about the botherers, a little bit. A teeny tiny bit. I mean, it was off because one of the... Yeah, I mean, one... Okay, well, yeah, we'll do this then. Is it too wide? Yeah. We'll do this, and this will be easier, won't it, actually? Hang on. Bam. Let's see how this looks. Does that look okay? I feel like the pillars are actually too... I don't know. I'd probably chisel away at some of this and make it a little bit thinner. I'm not entirely sure. It might look alright like that. You kind of have to do several of these. But what you can do here is you can use the schematics. And you basically just go bam. And then you grab the bottom corner of it. Down there. Make sure it's all selected. Yeah. Go Viaduct span. And then what we can do is we can just place a few more of these in, and we don't have to build them all individually. You do have to faff about getting them in the right place, though. There you go. In fact, no, what you'd probably do, actually, is you'd do this, wouldn't you? Oh, sorry, my screen's like bobbing up and down. There is a reason for that, and it's because the controls for this are a bit weird. Like that. Print that. There you go. That's not bad. And then you just do that several times over. What I would probably do is redo this bit though, because what I've managed to do is also schematic part of the fucking ocean floor, which I didn't want to do. So I I'll have to fix that. Doing a little tax return at the minute. That's a little, it's a little treat. That's nice. Just a little hobby, and that's fine. Couldn't tell you I'm not an archer. Sorry, I just saw that, Sophie. Very good. I just saw that. Let's delete that one and let's do another one. Let's do another one where I don't fucking. In fact, we could just get 2 now and just do this. Oh, it's probably not worth doing that actually, because I can see the problem eventually is that I'll end up fucking chiseling into the ground or something, and it'll look a bit daft. Viaduct. There we go. We'll just chuck a few more of these in, just see how it looks. That's clearly in the wrong place. And the problem with having the trains run while I do this is demonstrated perfectly there. So, oh, for fuck's sake. The controls for this, you have to hold control while you reposition it. But the problem is control for me is crouch. Which means that I'm constantly like having to fly up and down, which is incredibly irritating. Is that right? Is that in the right position? Yeah. Bam. That's alright. It might be a bit thick. I might thin out the I might thin out the pillars a little bit. We'll do it at the end though. Yeah, I've played a bit of it. It's kind of just a fancier open TTD. Oh, fair enough then. Oh, sorry, I only just saw that. I can't see myself. I think the graphics are a big thing for me, liking that sort of thing. I don't mind, like, sort of, you know, the sort of pixely graphics necessarily, but I think the sort of more realistic graphics grab me a bit more for that kind of game. They are making a Transport Fever 3 as well, I did see. Which is possibly why that one's gone on sale. The fucking controls for this are such a pain in the arse. There you go. Print. No. Oh, it's because I'm crouched. Print. There you go. Jesus. Have I seen FM26 is going to exist? I didn't. I assumed it was going to, though, TN. Was there a reason it wasn't going to? I don't know. Do you know I've got FM24 and I've not played it? I pre-ordered FM24. I've literally not touched it. It's been out for nearly 2 years now. 30 odd quid I spent on it. Haven't touched it one at all. Do you know what it is, TN? Do you know what it is? Genuinely, I hate the idea of a game that's like, we're going to make this as realistic as possible. Apart from the fact that you have to make your own manager. Like, oh yeah, we're going to make this game as realistic as possible. However, if you want to control like a Premier League team, you have to be some fucking unknown person that no one's ever heard of. Like, that genuinely actively puts me off the game. There's a fly there as well. Adam, welcome in. We travel in Viaduct. You fucking bet we are. You fucking bet we are. How's it going, Adam? That's a silly little reason. It's a, do you know what wisecrack? I know, and I mean, I know that's a really fucking like a weird thing to sort of be anal about, but that is a thing for me. Like when I play FIFA, for example, we'll talk about FIFA in a bit because I've got the I've got the FC26 beta. Which I've played a little bit of. But when you do a career mode on there, you can choose a real manager to play as. And that for me is like, yeah, I don't want to sit and play as like myself managing like a top team or whatever. I want to play as the actual manager of that team. That's not right, is it? I don't like the idea of. I just don't like it when it's FM's like, oh, this is super realistic sort of simulation kind of game, but at the same time, like you are just you. But all of a sudden you're managing like Arsenal or whatever. I want to fucking roleplay Wisecrack. Absolutely, I want to roleplay. I find it far more interesting having those sorts of, especially in FIFA. To be honest, I like having those sort of like limits. Because if you just play FM like FC 25 career mode or whatever and you just do what you want in it, it's fucking easy. Because you can just buy like all the best players in the world after one season if you're like a top team. But if you're suddenly thinking, actually, I'm playing as this manager, therefore you've got to play a certain way, and like you've got to sign players of a certain profile, and that you have those sort of restrictions. I set up spreadsheets, Wisecrack. I set up spreadsheets when I play FC careers for homegrown player limits, because FC doesn't have that on their career thing. Whereas if you play FM, and you'll know about this if you play FM, but like for like European competitions, you've got like homegrown player limits and that sort of thing. You've got to have like, is it 18 players homegrown and not 18? Sorry, is it 8 or something like that? But then 3 of them have got to be club trained as well. So I like having all those sort of limits and stuff, because what other than that, what is stopping you from just fucking signing like literally just the best players in the world? It's the same with the youth academies. I always give my scout. I only ever hire 1-star scouts in the youth academy thing on FC, because if you hire like a 5-star one, you instantly just get shown players that are just like gonna have like they're all gonna be like the best player in the world like after like 3 seasons, and I don't find that realistic. But if you have 1-star scouts, you maybe only get one of those sort of players like every 2 or 3 years or something. I just find that far more interesting. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a fucking rant there. I'm all defensive because Wisecrack's having a go at me because I said that I like role playing in FIFA. Like, you fuck off, mate. Beast, I do play FC, yeah. Well, not a lot. I've not played it in ages, actually. But I played it a little bit. I only ever play sort of pro clubs and also career mode. I don't play Ultimate Team or anything like that. I've never been interested because it's not realistic. This is my thing. If it's not realistic, I'm not interested. Apart from pro clubs, because that is just having a laugh with your mates. That is a bit different, I think. But like, if you're doing like that Ultimate Team, I just don't. It's just not my cup of tea. Sorry, I'm fucking faffing with the little things here. That's right, isn't it? There we go. It was good when it was FIFA Mobile. I never played FIFA Mobile. I've never played a mobile football game like that. I couldn't possibly comment, unfortunately. Why are you playing FM like it's a Souls game? Because do you know what these? The problem with these games are? They're too easy. They're too easy. Do you know, I stopped playing PES for years at one point because I was playing PES Master League or whatever, and I was playing on the highest difficulty in like a Premier League game, and I was probably Liverpool, and I was playing against like Norwich or something like that. And I beat them 10-0 on the highest difficulty, like Ultimate or whatever it's called. And I was just like, right, I'm not interested in this anymore. Fucking done with it. Just boring, isn't it? If you find that sort of thing boring, at least. I really should have done something about these trains. That needs to go. I'm way off there, aren't I? Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that right? That's right, isn't it? There we go. You're worried someone will walk in and see a little avatar wearing a suit then? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Be nice not to have to replace a manager who's currently... This is exactly it, TN. Because if you're here... Do we know where the electrical test train's gone? I don't know, Fruits. Is it on? You might have to look on the track map. I have no idea, mate. I've not used it, I don't think. If this is TN, if you bought FM26, okay, and you start the season, you start the game and it's in August 2025. Now, but it starts now, okay. It starts right now. It starts today, August 14th, okay. And you go, I want to manage Tottenham because you support Tottenham. It's fair play if you want to manage Tottenham. And suddenly, the fucking headlines, L2309 has replaced Thomas Frank as the Tottenham manager. Thomas Frank had been the Tottenham manager for like 53 days or something like that. Now, don't get me wrong, he fucking deserves to be sacked for fucking up a 2-0 lead against PSG with 5 minutes left. But you should at least have the option to say, actually, I would like to play as Thomas Frank. I just don't see why that... It isn't even... This is the stupid fucking thing with FM, and I'm gonna firmly fucking place the blame on Miles here, our good friend Miles Jacobson, the fucking head honcho of FM. But he did this thing years ago where what you used to be able to do is upload a photo of yourself as the manager. So even if like you had your little, you know, you took over a top club, whatever, that's not realistic. You could still upload a picture of yourself as the manager. So it showed up in the game as like the picture of you, and it sort of fits in the game. With the pictures of like all the players and all the other managers and that sort of thing. They changed that a few years back. So you couldn't do that anymore. You had to use the fucking avatar. You had to make your avatar, and it would only let you show your avatar instead of letting you upload a picture. Now bear in mind how the avatars look in Football Manager. That's fucking awful. And it's like, why would you just force that decision onto people just because you want people to use your shitty little avatar system that you're somehow proud of, despite the fact it looks like actual dog shit? It looks like actual shit that a dog has. FIFA career mode's a piece of piss. It mostly is, isn't it? This is why you have got to have these restrictions on it. Always found FM super esoteric. I could never pass what was happening or what I need to do. No, I get what you mean, Hallie. I've been into it from a young age, so I just know it. But for someone coming into it for the first time, it must be absolutely daunting. It must be so daunting to come into that for the first time and not have a clue what is going on. I know what you mean. Did you not get sacked as Liverpool boss despite being 15 points clear in the league? Yeah, I did. I did. And do you know why? I can't. Do you know what? I can't actually remember why it was. But do you know what I did, TN? I cheated. I downloaded a mod that lets you be unsackable. I used the FIFA Live editor, which is another vital piece of kit that I need to make FC realistic. Because if I don't have that, what you can do with that, there's a load of faces, like actual sort of scanned faces in FIFA that are not actual players or anything like that. They're just sort of like test phases, but they're not used in the game. But what you can do with the live editor, if you've got like youth prospects who are like becoming first team people and they've got really stupid faces that you don't want to look at anymore, you can give them these like scanned faces, and so they look like actual sort of players. With like proper hair and stuff as well, instead of the shitty FIFA hair. That's another thing that I do. That's another spreadsheet that I've got of that sort of thing. State of this. But I did get sacked. It is stupid. I don't understand why I got sacked in that. It was something stupid, like I can't remember. I got sacked because I didn't play enough youth players or something like that, despite the fact I won the league by about, like Liverpool did in real life, by a good fucking like 10, 15 points. And I got sacked with about 2 games to go. But whatever. One of them things, innit? But do you know what, TN? They've added stuff to this year's career mode that, like, I'm genuinely. It's the first time I've sort of been actually excited. If they've sort of pull it off without any sort of ridiculous bugs, which I know is a lot to ask. There's manager movements, there's manager transfers now, TN. So, like, Arsenal don't play like Arsenal, or Man City don't play like Man City forever. The Man City playstyle is actually Guardiola's playstyle, and if Guardiola moves club, then that playstyle goes with him. So if Guardiola goes to Tottenham, then Tottenham start playing like Man City do, etc, etc, etc. Which I think is genuinely one of the things that FIFA career mode is needed, because it's really annoying. What are you doing, Food? It's fucking train crash. I think it's really annoying playing FIFA, and you're like 6 seasons into career mode, and Man City still play like that, or whatever. I find that quite irritating. So they have fixed that apparently, amongst other things as well. But I've played a bit of the beta. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it feels massively different to FC25, but it never does it? It's all right. I've just realised Castellabs has stopped working. The last message I got was at 11:03, and you've all been sat there chatting for... Oh, Jesus. Right, well, let's get that fucking fixed then, shall we? I'm so sorry, folks. Frank Reynolds dropping frames. I haven't dropped any frames. 0 drop frames. Leopard. Don't know what happened there, though. I do think I've fixed that weird internet issue that I had. I'm pretty sure I fixed that. Am I still here? I just want to double check. Hallie, take care. Thank you very much for being here. I want to double check that I'm still alive. I am still here. That is weird. I don't know what happened there. Castellabs is just... I think Castellabs has disconnected me from Twitch for some fucking reason. No, it's still there. Weird. We'll see what happens there. I'll just switch over to the Twitch chat instead. Why can't I scroll up on that? That's ridiculous. There we go. I love the old photo character creator in sports games, like the old WWEs. I used to use one in Pez. I know you're not here anymore, Hallie. Thank you very much for popping in, by the way. But there was one in Pez, like 2008 or 2009, where you could just upload photos and it would just like scan it into a face. Fucking hell. I used to make like Homer Simpson and stuff like that, and just like these fucking abominations. Frank Bloody Spencer would have been better off in the dugout last night. Yeah. There's a great joke in there somewhere. If there was like a Tottenham player whose name sounds something like Betty, but I don't think there is. You'll know more than I do though, TN. So if you want to go ahead and try and make that joke, by all means, I'll give you permission for that. I'm going to roleplay as you and play as a miserable bastard instead. Go for it, mate. Go for it. By all means. Absolutely. Now you can just toggle whether it's possible to be sacked or not. No mods required. Yeah. I do think... The thing is with that, I like the sort of not... I like the sort of... I don't like getting sacked, but I like having the pressure of like the media and stuff saying like, oh, you might get sacked if he loses the next game sort of thing. Because I've been in those situations before in FIFA, and then I've come out of it at the other side and done all right. If you have the not getting sacked thing, it removes all of that. It's just like all your objectives are just pointless. Like you don't need to do them. And that is what I kind of... that I want the objectives, but I just don't really want to get sacked. Is the thing. It's weird. I know that sounds stupid. Like, oh, I want it to be realistic, but I also don't want to get sacked. It's not that I wouldn't want to get sacked, but I knew that if I took charge of Liverpool and finished 14th, I would probably get sacked. But, like, if I was Team Chat to Live and I finished 14th, I'd just fucking stop playing that career mode and play a different one. Do you know what I mean? Castellan's is still not working. That is weird. Got sacked because you were caught smelling the kit. I genuinely can't remember why I got sacked in that one. It was really weird. My little heart's been broken by some sackings. Like what? Wisecrack? Like what, mate? You gonna cry when Russell Martin gets sacked? I thought he was gonna save us. He is shit, isn't he, Russell Martin? Jesus, just ask the ex-wife. I see you like a tiny little gnome in my monitor. It says night lights. Okay, thank you. I think. So, right, hang on. So I think there's mossy cobblestone variant. So we want mossy, not moosey. Mossy small cobblestone. Here we go. So what we do here, folks, is we get the old world shaper out. We've got 25% roll. Cluster. And we just do this. Bam. 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 Oh. Bam. That was a bit of a delayed one. Bam. Chuck another one in there for good measure. Bam. There you go. Oh, lovely stuff. Just need to add a little bit more to sort of the bases of them. That one hasn't even got a base. Get that fixed. There we go. Don't want it like that though. I probably want it going all the way down there like that. It looks more realistic. It's actually like embedded into the... There you go. Bam. That's looking a little bit better now. It still looks a little bit sort of blocky. I wonder if it's worth sort of putting something else in these bits here. There's like a... It's like a 2-block gap there that I could possibly do like a copycat wall instead, perhaps. I was outraged at the Ranieri's. Oh, that was ridiculous, wasn't it? That was nonsense. That was just absolute bollocks, wasn't it? It was just silly. There was one last year that was stupid, and I can't remember who it was now. But there was one last year where... was it Leicester? It was Leicester again, wasn't it? Leicester sacked Gary Cooper or whatever his name is. Is he Gary Cooper? I thought he was an old actor. What about that? It doesn't have to be cobblestone this, but I thought I'd go for cobblestone because that might look good. Then again, it might look shit. Maybe like this sort of thing, maybe. No, it needs to be something that's more plain, I think. We're probably looking more like eroded cobblestone or something. No, what about lights? What if I did a shroom light or something? I really like Ranieri as well. That you're absolutely right. Wisecrack. I forgot about that. That's nice. I forgot about that sacking. What an absolute crock of shit that was. Pardon my French. What do we think about this? They should stay lit up as well, which is nice. Oh, bollocks. Right, I'm going to have to go into there. Hang on. That's the problem with this, is that I don't quite fucking know where... hang on. What if we just hammer through all the way through this and then do... Oh, fuck. There you go. You just do it like that. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, we can fix that though. Hang on. There you go. That should fix it. There you go. What happened in the Tottenham game yesterday? I didn't really watch it. And like I said, I went to bed at 9:30 and I saw that they were 2-0 up and I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, Leopard and TN are going to be fucking annoying tomorrow. What happened? Classic Spurs. It is the history of the Tottenham, isn't it? It is funny though. Like, it is genuinely quite banter. God, it's 11:20. It's 11:20, folks. Didn't realise. Do you want to have a look at my shoes that I bought? Should we open the box? Do a little box opening? I haven't got any sort of things to open the box with, actually, now that I think about it. I need like a pen might have to do. To quote Lep, if we win it's a major European trophy, if we lose it's a Mickey Mouse Poo Poo Magoo trophy. Oh, absolutely. I've not gone framey nightlights, 0 drop frames, my friend. Fucking gaslighting me. Oh, look at them. Interesting they don't come in a shoebox or anything like that. It's literally just a pair of shoes. There you go. Bam. Oh, for fuck's sake. fucking background removal. I've got 0 drop frames, Snowbugger. This is not a problem on my end. I've got 0 drop frames, my friend. 0. Bam. There you go. Bam. Bam. Look at them. Look at the grips. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look at the grips on there. Bam. Nice sort of brown laces as well, which is quite nice. Weirdly though, and this is what I'm a little bit worried about. I'm a size 9 shoe. Bam. I'm a size 9 shoe, which is quite small considering I'm like 6'2". And I know what you're all thinking, and yes, it is true. I do have a tiny cock, so it does make sense. But those shoes don't do size 9. They go 8, 8.5, 9.5, and then I think they go 10.5. So I've had to base it on the European size, which is 43, which for them is actually 8.5. So I've bought size 8.5 instead of 9. So I'm a little bit worried they're going to be a bit small, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I could put some vines down here as well. As that'd be good. I'll do that. So we'll have to see. I'm not trying them all on stream. Like I can't be asked putting shoes on. I might go out later though. I might go out into just a shop down the road. But I'm going to go into Guys. I was going to go into Guys on Tuesday, and I sat waiting for the bus for 25 minutes. Waiting for the bus for 25 minutes, but I was sat, it would be a fucking issue. Bear in mind, it was like 25 degrees out. It was quite fucking hot. And the bus sort of goes off the board. Like it counts down on the app. It's on the app as well. It says like 10 minutes away. I'll set off. I get there. It says 5 minutes away. Goes 4, 3, 2, 1. Due. And then just disappears off the board. And then after another 15 minutes of me stood there, I went on its first buses. I went on the first bus website about like possible sort of diversions or something like that, or alerts or whatever. Nothing. Nothing at all. I went onto the West Yorkshire Metro website, which is like the sort of greater sort of transport authority for the region. And apparently on Monday and Tuesday, buses just weren't going through where I lived because of roadworks somewhere. So they were just bypassing it completely. But they still show up on the fucking app for that stop. On the first app, and it still shows up on the board. You know, when you get to the actual bus stop, it's got like a live board. It still shows up as like a bus is due in like however many minutes. And then they just weren't turning up there at all day. I was fucking fuming. So I didn't go out. I could have got the train, like, but by that point I'd been stood for so long. I was just like, I just want to go home now. I'm actually just fucking pissed off. This is still blocky, isn't it? I think I will put some. I mean, you could probably do this actually. Check this out. Throw that away. You could probably get away with doing this sort of thing. And actually making them walls as well. Down this way. Obviously we'll change some of them so they're mossy. That's nice, isn't it? And then you've got a little bit of a sort of... Again, this is what I mean about, and I'm not like an expert Minecraft designer here, but if you're all like me and quite shit at designing things in Minecraft, that just adds a little... Doesn't that look so much nicer now than like just a standard flat one like that? And all I've done is added copycat wall in. And what I'll probably do here is like a sort of base. Probably do it down this level. I'll probably do a 2-block big sort of base like that. I might make them out of another material, and then further down here, keep going with the walls all the way to the bottom. Or maybe not all the way to the bottom, maybe 2 from the bottom. Maybe not like that, actually. Maybe like that. It's just the little things. The small things. And doesn't that look so much nicer now? As a pillar. Than it did before. And all I've done is replace the little copycat wall. And it's just little things like that, and you just, you know, replace it with the copycat wall. Maybe you add like some copycat slices around this sort of thing. Hello Kitty, by the way, welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Welcome into you. Do that sort of thing. Maybe not make them out of cobblestone though, but maybe make them out of something. I don't know. Like brass. And then you've got, I mean, maybe not brass like, but you just got to experiment with this sort of thing. Maybe something a bit lighter. Maybe like maybe almost like white concrete. You give white concrete a go. It's too fancy, that, isn't it? It's too bright. That it's ridiculous. But something like that. White sand. I don't know. The first buses are shit generally, fruits, but even then, I've never seen it do that before. That's still quite bright, isn't it? Maybe terracotta's a bit. Maybe just the eroded cobblestone is the way to go. You can also do corner slices now, which you will see is a nice little game changer. So you can do this as well. Bam. In fact, we do need to make them so you can add, so it's a proper actual rectangle now. You just do a little thing like that. You could even make these ones slightly larger like that or something like that. You make them all slightly larger. But just little things like that, you know. Just to, I don't like this sort of, I don't like this, by the way. I will change the material of this. I don't know what to, though. But that's fine, because I can always come back to it later. You know? Chuck them away. I've also got a schedule that I probably don't need anymore, but that's fine. I'll hold on to it just in case. I need copycat wall. There we go. So we'll just do this for all the others. And it does mean, I mean, I could schematic that one and redo it all again, but I don't mind just chucking these in, actually. I don't mind it at all. It doesn't bother me. That needs to be like that, doesn't it? In fact, that needs to be like that, doesn't it? Oh, There you go. Because these look way too thick, don't they? As columns, I think. Possibly. There's my little Minecraft top tip for you if you're a little sort of beginner Minecraft player, or you're like me and you like playing Minecraft but you fucking hate building shit because you're not very good at it. That is my #1 tip that I've learned. Just build something really blocky. Build something really blocky and quite shit looking, and then just sort of chisel away at it. Also helps with mods where you've got like copycat stuff, mind you. If there wasn't copycat stuff in this, I'd be fucking hopeless. So it probably doesn't work as advice if you're playing vanilla, unfortunately. But whatever. But you see with this as well, another thing is like texturing with the materials. Finding similar coloured materials. So you can actually, well, you can't really see, but all of this is made from like 5 different materials. You've got smooth stone bricks there, but you've also got cut diorite bricks, and I believe there's also diorite bricks, which are possibly those. Yeah, those. They're diorite bricks. So, and then you've got cracked variants of the smooth stone and cracked variants of the cut diorite as well. So you've got 5 different blocks there that are all very slightly different from each other. But when you look from afar, especially at night, you can't really see it now, but at night you can really see the detail with the texturing, like the slightly different colours of it. Again, with this sort of stone down here, there's all sorts of different rough smooth stone, rough diorite, rough calcite, sanded diorite, sanded smooth stone, weathered smooth stone, weathered diorite. And that sort of thing. Even this floor, you probably can't even see it, but this floor is 2 different materials. You can very slightly see it. There's eroded smooth stone and eroded diorite, which is ever so slightly brighter. You can't really notice it, but it does just add a little bit of sort of something to make it look a little bit less plain. Haven't done it with the roof, mind you, because the diorite sort of version of this is too... it's too different. It doesn't really work. But little things like that. That's another thing that I've learned, is just sort of texturing things with similarly coloured blocks. It also helps, again, if you've got like chipped and stuff like that, because that is what we're using for this. But whatever. Colin, I thought your name is Callum Gain. Good stuff, Wisecrack, mate. Really good. I was thinking of, you know, for like sub alerts and stuff, having a channel point redemption where you can have your own custom sub alert. So when you sub, it plays like your own little sound alert or something like that. Because I can do that with the Twitch alerts, and I was thinking like Wisecrack, if you resub, I can get it to play levels by Avicii or whatever. Also, I thought that might be quite good. Wisecrack, did I tell you about something that Leopard sent me? I'm grassing. I don't care anymore, actually. He said something earlier that annoyed me, so this is my justification for this. He sent me a TikTok. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you the TikTok. Oh, by the way, folks, I never normally get ads when I boot up TikTok, but today, every time I've booted up TikTok, I've got clearing. Results day clearing ads for the University of Central Lancashire, which is interesting. So TikTok clearly thinks I'm like 18 years old. Let me just see if I can find this video. This is what Leopard sent me. In fact, I'm going to pause it. I'm not going to play the music for it because it's probably copyright, but I'm just going to show you it on my phone as well. Right, and he sent me this video, and do you know what he said? Do you know what he said as a caption? If I can find it, I'm actually going to find the exact image or the exact message. God, he sends me some fucking shit sometimes. When was this? It was at some point in the last 2 weeks. I've been waiting. Here you go. That's what Leopard sent as a caption for that video. What'd you make of that? What'd you make of that, mate? Sorry for grassing you up, Leopard, but it was fucking fun. I got a really big laugh from that. Just glad to be included. That's nice. Just nice that we're thinking of you, even when you're not here, mate. Oh dear. Got a very big laugh from that. Well done, Leopard. And any time I see a video like that now, because I saved that one, because I was like, I'm going to mention this at some point. I saved that video, and now I keep getting shown videos like that from that sort of thing, saying thinking is danger and wisecrack. Like two fellas dancing around. It was funny, Leopard. It was very funny. It was very funny, but you must have known that I was going to bring that up at some point. You must have known. You know what I'm like. Fucking, I can't think of anything to talk about myself, so I just bring up things that other people have said to me. You must have known. So, is that the same level? So I assume that will actually be that, and that will be that, like that. I guess. Bit weird, that, isn't it? Bit of a weird one. I don't do DMs for them to not be leaked. Don't do DMs for them to not be leaked. Okay, no, yeah, that's fair enough then, mate. Too many negatives in that. I was having some of my best materials in the DMs. It is, honestly. What I like is sometimes you and TN, mate. You and TN. You'll send me stuff that I've seen like the day before. Like TN and Leopard like send me like train stuff. Like I think one of you sent me a thing that was like Thomas the Tank Engine, if it was like a big jazz sort of song or something like that. And Leopard and TN send me these sorts of things. What they don't realise, and what they really should have thought about, and it makes sense if you think about it, is if they're getting shown that on their feeds, I've absolutely already seen it, because I see the train stuff before anyone else. That was last night. I saw that video 2 days ago, I think. I see this stuff before you all see it, because I get shown that stuff. I get shown like bus spotting drama and stuff like that, because there's some train videos that I've liked, and therefore TikTok has sort of gone, right, well, you like that, so how about this video of like two bus spotters having an argument? So yeah, okay, I'll fair enough. I'll fucking watch that as well then, I suppose. What, so now we just aren't share things with friends just because they might have enjoyed them? No, I'm not saying that, Leopard. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't send me these things. I think it's quite nice that you sort of see these things that I've already seen and go, you know what, he'd like that. I think that's quite nice. But I'm just letting you know that I don't want you to expect that I've like not seen this before. You know? I think if you're on the daily, that's a really fucking creepy thing to say, Leopard, actually, and I'm not happy about it. I'm sorry. I'm very uncomfortable with you saying that to me. Okay, report me, pussy. Give that a little pin. It's a little pin for you there, Lep. The thing is, Lip, I actually, sometimes you say things like, you say, report me. Go on, report me then. But I genuinely think if I reported that, you would actually sort of get done for it. Like, the Twitch, you know, for all the things that Twitch is quite shit at, like, they're generally quite good with like taking down sort of abusive material or whatever. There was someone that came into my stream a few weeks ago and said something. They said you know what they were trying to get me to say something racist or something. But they'd like spelt it funny in the hopes that I'd read it out and go, "Oh, I didn't realise that's what I just said," sort of thing. And I reported them for it at the end of the stream, and it was literally like 3 minutes later their account got banned. And that was an account that was like, I checked, that account had been up for years. It wasn't like a burner account or anything like that. And it was, there you go, gone. Oh, absolutely, Knights. But the good thing about Leopard in this scenario is that he's not a big streamer, and therefore I could just report him saying, "Report me, pussy," and then he would actually get done for it. That's the beauty of it. It's a bit funny this when the wall sort of connects to the thing next to it. Isn't it? Sponge Man, welcome in. How goes it? Nice Viaduct. Thank you very much, mate. It's going good, thank you. How are you doing? Oh, look at that. It's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there. So what I will probably do is continue that down here. Maybe not on the base, actually. Maybe leave the bottom two. Like that. That works. No. No. There you go. We hold your melon in the palms of our hands. Sure. Don't really know what that means. Don't really know what that means. What were we talking about? We were talking about FC26 beta. I got a code for the FC26 beta. First things first. As with the FC25 beta, it doesn't let you play on a controller, which is good. So if you're playing on a PC, you literally have to play it on a mouse and keyboard. However, I figured out how to make it not do that. And so I was playing it on a controller. It's alright. It's fine. It is on my Steam wishlist. I probably will get it at some point. Whether I get it at launch, I don't know. I don't know. It's certainly not bad though. They've added a lot of things this year that I've sort of been wanting for years, like quite little things, like the sort of manager transfers and stuff like that. I don't know why he's going to have a go at me again for daring to want a fucking football game to be realistic instead of fucking hitting the griddy with Pele or whatever. I always thought that was weird when, do you know when you sort of see these kind of these sort of people online, they sort of complain. There was a lot of people moaning that you could play as women in Ultimate Team. That's unrealistic. Women don't play alongside men. It's not realistic. Yet they've fucking got dead fellas like running around pretending to be a chicken when they score. I never quite got that. Bit of a weird thing to give a shit about. The whole point of Ultimate Team is that it's not realistic. I quite like these mangrove things stuck to this, actually. I might keep them. I might hold on to it. Hitting the griddy with Pele's back, yeah. I'm going to do something with this, actually. I'm going to actually not clab. Fuck's sake, can't spell. Slab. I might try this and see if it works. No, it doesn't really, does it? This light, I think this light thing is too sort of stuck out if I do that. So I might. I could do. I could do like 6. Like that, that works. Or even 5 actually, and it still works. Oh, that's maybe not. Do a 6 like that, and therefore the top of it's a little bit sort of narrowed down as well. That might be quite good. Yeah, hit the griddy with Pele, yeah. Yeah. I've never liked Ultimate Team. Have I told you about when I played when I first bought microtransactions for Ultimate Team? This was in FIFA, what, FIFA 12 or something like that. I spent 10 quid. I spent 10 quid on Ultimate Team packs. The best card that I got was Gareth Bale, and this was before he was any good. This was, I think this might, it couldn't have been FIFA 13 then. This was the season before he ended up being really good. Might have been FIFA 11. And from then on, I vowed never to buy like Ultimate Team packs again, or play Ultimate Team, and I've literally never have done. Haven't touched it. I just find it such a boring game mode. There's some vulgar language. It's terrible, isn't it, Sophie? It's not on, and just because it's pinned doesn't necessarily mean I endorse it. Whether I endorse, I mean, it's completely unrelated that I completely endorse that message. The fact that it's pinned doesn't mean anything, though. I spent money, got Van Persie, felt good for like 10 minutes. I don't see it. I don't get it. Just wish they'd fucking improve career mode and that sort of thing. Even player career I used to like. Have I told you I got banned off Wikipedia for I was doing a player career in like FIFA 18, and to keep it, because in FIFA for some reason it doesn't keep track of your stats for longer than one season. It keeps your season stats for like during the season that you're in, but as soon as you go to the next season it just deletes them. So I was doing a player career, and to keep my stats, what I did is I made a Wikipedia account, and then on my like account sort of page where you can basically put anything you want. You don't have to put any. You can put nothing. You can put anything. It's like your own pages sort of thing. I basically copied the template for like a footballer's Wikipedia page. You know, where on the right hand side, if you go on Wikipedia to like a footballer's page, it's got like the sort of season statistics, or like the team, like the players' statistics of like they played for this team for this many years and they played this many games and scored this many goals. I basically used that to track my players' stats. I can't do this. Why can't I put one there? For fuck's sake. And I got banned off Wikipedia for misuse of my own page or whatever, because apparently if you have a Wikipedia account you have to make edits to pages, like actual pages. Otherwise they just ban your account. Fucking bananas. It's ridiculous, that, isn't it? I fucking hate Wikipedia. Every time it goes, oh, donate to us. We deserve a little bit of your money. And it's got a big fucking picture of Jimmy Wales. I go, nope. And I had a year. To the length of time before I donate to Wikipedia again. Just when it has a picture of Jimmy Wales, if it just asks me to donate, it doesn't count. It doesn't count towards the years. It's only if it has a picture of Jimmy Wales. I can't fucking stand that man. I can't stand him. He's the dictionary definition of enlightened centrist. You can fuck off. I'll never be able to write a Wikipedia page. Well, I can if I don't log in, if I've not got an account, because you can edit some things without an account, can't you? You can edit some things without an account. So I can do that. I just that account, that specific account that I made, I can't get back into it because it's just banned. I don't like this. I don't like the way it doesn't let me do that. Bit annoying. Has anyone got anything planned for today then? It's meant to be a bit cooler today, thank God. So, it's probably a nice day to go out and do something, perhaps. Dare I say. I might go out a bit later, but only for a little walk. Just to break in these new shoes. I'm seeing my grandma on Saturday. I forgot about that. Yes. I'll take my Crocs with me. My grandma's one of those sort of people where she's not insistent on it. I don't think she... Not so much these days. But she was always one of those that was like... If you go round to her house, she wants you to wear slippers. And I don't know if it comes from a place of like... It's just like an old people thing where you have to wear slippers, or if it's sort of a more she's worried about our feet getting cold sort of thing. I don't know. But she's always been a bit sort of like, oh, you should wear your slippers when you come round. But I don't wear slippers. I don't like slippers. They make my feet sweaty. I hate wearing slippers. I'm a socks person and that's it. But I'll take my Crocs round because they don't make my feet sweaty. Because they're basically just sandals. So that's fine. Was cooler yesterday for me, hotting up today. Is it really? That's interesting. It was 30 yesterday. It's 24 today. And it's going to be like 26 tomorrow. But I think after that it sort of cools down a little bit. Sort of goes into sort of 20 to 22 sort of thing. Coming to the end of a tough work period, need a break. Very nice, mate. I'm glad you are. I say nice in the sense that you're coming to the end of it. I mean, we'll have a long walk at lunchtime before the heat comes back. Lovely stuff. It's really weird yesterday, wasn't it? It didn't get hot until about like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Rock. 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. It was weird. It was still like 21 degrees at like 2 o'clock, and then by the time it got to about 4 o'clock, it went up to about 30. Didn't come back down until about 7 or 8 o'clock. Weird. Let's remove these. I don't know what I'm putting in these, so... Oh, shit. I won't just have this made out of these two materials either, I don't think. I will be adding... I'll add some other little cobblestoney sort of things into them. I'm just not doing it now because it's a faff. I'm just doing this now. It's nice and relaxing. 28 for you tomorrow, blimey. Thankfully not for me. It's getting up to 26. I've got to go out and do some shopping. Shopping for my mum's birthday. In a few weeks. Amongst other things. I was able to walk yesterday. It was nice and cloudy. Weekend looked like a melted nightmare. Coming out, really? It doesn't. If you don't mind me asking, Sponge Man, don't fucking go like I live in this fucking neighborhood or whatever. But sort of region-wise, if you're in the UK, that is, or what have you. If you don't want to share, by the way, don't feel like you have to. I'm just asking out of curiosity. Oh, Southwest UK. Oh, fair enough. I'm up in Yorkshire though, so it's a bit different here. It was hot yesterday, but not today so much. A little bit more tomorrow. Nothing sort of unmanageable though. Once it gets about once you get over like 28, that's when I'm going, oh Jesus. I can manage 26, 25, you know. Also, it is usually a little cooler, isn't it? Thank God. Thank God. There you go then. So we'll fill most of these in with, in fact, let's get the 2 blocks. Let's do that. And we'll just fill some of them in as we go along with like... Jesus. And on the way back as well. There we go. And just fill the rest in with the standard one. The Midlands are just in torment continuously, yeah. Have you ever been to that chippy, Sophie? That's like the Chip Shop Diva one? Because that's in the Midlands, isn't it? It does. That looks really good, that does. It does. Is that sort of your neck of the woods? Once the server reboots, by the way, I'm out of here, folks, because that's 12 o'clock. But we're nearly done with this. I'm saying done with it. I'm done with the sort of basic structure of it. I'll probably add and remove stuff from it. A little bit. But, you know. Considering that I've spent most of it actually fucking waffling as to why I actually need this viaduct. I think we've done alright. As always, this VOD will be going up on YouTube, !YouTube. For the VODs, folks. There's still 5 episodes, folks, of Vietnamese Heart Gold. I got 5 episodes out of that stream we did the other week. And then that's it for Vietnamese Heart Gold. It's done. It is actually properly done. And I'll have to think of something else to do. But I've got other little videos going up once every week apart from VODs as well. So there'll be content with a big capital C for you. Where is it? I don't know where it is actually. Sophie, they've just got that accent, haven't they? It does. They've got that sort of Midlands accent. That very generic sort of Midlands accent that everyone has. Of course. That Chip Shop's Dudley Way. What's it called? Chip Shop Diva. Merchants Fish and Chips in Bewdley, Worcestershire. Am I pronouncing that right? Bewdley in Worcestershire. DY12 2AW. I don't know where that is. DY. What's DY? Dudley. I must be Dudley. Yeah, you're fucking right, Spongeman. Dudley. Streaming little video games on the internet, is it ultra welcome into you? It certainly is, my friend. How you doing, mate? You alright? I am ending soon in about 3 minutes, though. We've built a lovely little viaduct here today. It's not 100% done. I might replace the bricks here for these sort of support bits with something else. A bit sort of... There are these like massive cobblestone bricks that I like. These ones. I could replace them with. Do that sort of thing instead. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a bit jarring. I'm not sure. And then at the bottom as well. In fact, you just do this, wouldn't you? And then you do surface. Probably. Oh no, you can't do that, can you? There you go. Oh, probably take it off 25% roll as well. That'll fucking help. Oh shit, it's done all that. There you go. It's easy just to fucking do it by hand, isn't it? Doesn't fuck everything up. I don't know. I might do something. They're a bit big, aren't they? And I don't think the texture's quite the same. I have an important piece of modern art. Show the class very quickly, mate. Very quickly, if you can. And then we'll wrap up. Because it's gonna say the server will reboot in like 1 minute in a second. Yeah, that chippy's a little too west to my liking. Can't trust it. Oh, fair enough then. Enigma, thank you for the subscription on YouTube, by the way. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that.
Okay, everybody tuck your pants into your socks.
Dutchy, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, folks. How's it going? Dutchy, what were you up to? Welcome in, folks. It's a last minute raid. We are wrapping up very shortly, folks, in about 2 minutes. But that's fine. We'll have a little chat. Some vintage story. I was watching a bit of that recently, Dutchy. It is very much Minecraft, isn't it? Did it start off as a Minecraft like mod and then it became its own thing? When you say, I remember you saying it was a bit like Minecraft, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's just a bit like Minecraft, and then you sort of, I mean, it is literally just Minecraft, isn't it? I mean, I don't say that in a bad way. I'm sure it's different in some ways, but the sort of layout of it. Originally a mod, then a spun off into a game. Very nice. Very nice. Folks, if you're not following Dutchy, please rectify that immediately. Wonderful streamer. The server's been stopped there, folks. Wonderful streamer, wonderful human being as well. Thank you very much for the raid, Dutchy. Welcome in, folks. My name's BapyCal. If you don't know me, I play a lot of Minecraft. Not a lot of Minecraft. Well, no, I do play a lot of Minecraft, don't I? Let's not fucking lie. I don't exclusively play Minecraft. It's 30 degrees in my room right now, folks. I will have to wrap up really shortly. It's so fucking warm. It's just more hardcore survival Minecraft. That's fair enough. Today we have built oh, for fuck's sake. Right, well, I can't log back into it, and so that's fine. We'll leave that. Thank you very much for the raid, Dutchy. If anyone from the raid, including the streamer, needs to run off and do whatever, don't feel like you need to stick around, even though I'm going to be raiding myself in a minute. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And we'll probably raid into Joe, who's streaming, so that'll be nice. Did I miss something? Babu. Hello, by the way, Babu. I'm sorry, I only just saw that. How's life? Life's doing good. Thank you, Babu. How's life for you? I only just saw that. I'm so sorry. That was a few minutes ago. The YouTube chat wasn't working for me for some reason. Big shout out to the Raiders and to Space Raiders for keeping cheap pickled onion crisps cheapish. Absolutely, Ultra. I do like a pickled onion Space Raider. Very big fan. Ultra wants to show us a bit of modern art here. Which I'm going to show in Firefox. If I can get it on the screen. What do we make of this, folks? Bam. What do we make of that? What are our thoughts on that? It's a little dinosaur. That's like a little turkey dinosaur. It's a little croc charm. It's a little croc charm turkey dinosaur. I quite like that. I quite like that. I think it's quite nice. Remember Turkey Dinosaur was the start of that Rate My Takeaway thing that we did on our stream years ago, when he did that little thing when he was like making it go over the mesh years ago. So very slightly related to the stream as well, which I like. It looks like an intestine. It says Sophie. It's a symbol of freedom. It's quite nice. Get little mare ridges on its back. It does look a little bit like an intestine, now you've said that. If it was a little bit more pink, I'd agree with you. I would agree with you. Oh, it's nice. I quite like that. Very good. There we go, folks. Do you want to see the train map? This is the, for those who've seen the sort of train system that we've got in the server, this is a map of the entire train network. I mean, I'll probably get rid of the signals actually, because it probably makes things a bit easier to look at. So it's a live map. It shows you all the trains that are going at the moment. So this is a create track map, Spangeman. So this is using the create mod. It's a mod for a mod, I think. You can see where the main region is. Yeah, down here, sort of like all the main region. And then we've slowly expanded. I've been doing all the train tracks and stuff up here. You can see this is the little narrow gauge that we've been working on today. It doesn't show the second train for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But this is that's where we've been working today up there. So we've got like all that's like stronghold up here. There's the arena that I was showing down there. There's a bit of track there that I need to possibly fix. But that is the entire region. So it's good to look at this and just have it up on another tab, because you can see if there's any like train backups, if there's any signals that are broken or anything like that. You can sort of see where they are and you can go over to it and just fix them. Because you will notice in some places there's a lot of signals. I mean, I don't know what's going on here with this. Some crazy signal work. really mad stuff. You can see all the trains here as well that we've got. And you can just click on them and it shows you where it is. So we can go to like the Purple Express, which is down there and not being used, or the Pete Express, which is currently at unnamed shed by Gundy's place. My stream tomorrow, probably not ultra. I'm going out tomorrow, out into Guiseley. I'll be on at some point next week, I'd imagine. Possibly. I didn't stream at all last week. I wasn't feeling it. And then this week I've sort of wanted to, but it's been a bit warm. So I've avoided it until today when it's been a bit cooler. But even today, it's like 24 degrees. But as soon as I start streaming, it's 30.4 in my room at the moment. A high of 30.6. That's my all-time high in this room, 30.6. It's currently 30.4. So it is an oven in here. So when I stop streaming, it'd be very nice to sort of... Fuck. It'd be nice to get out of this oven. So I don't tend to stream unless it's like 24 degrees, 25 maybe is like my absolute max of when I'm actually going to stream. And it's been above that for quite a bit this week, unfortunately. Fruits, I'll send you a link for it. You can probably get one on a place that's not Amazon. But it was like £8. I'll send you a link for it. It's quite good. They've got several ones. They've got ones that like connect to your phone, and it's got like a fucking like an app where you can like track it. But I got one of these because the battery lasts like 2 years for these little ones. Whereas if you get the one that does like Bluetooth stuff, apparently the battery lasts like 2 weeks, and I don't want to be sitting going through it's 30.5 degrees now. I don't want to be sitting going through batteries every 2 weeks. I'd rather just have a simple one that does the job and tells me how fucking hot it is. Folks, we're going to end now because I'm absolutely fucking roasting. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. Enigma, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Dutchy, thank you for the raid. Snorbuckle, thank you for the resub. Wisecrack, thank you for the resub. And there was a hype train as well, which didn't show up for me at all. Completed level 1, 63%. I had no idea that was even a thing. And also, congratulations to Leopard for winning the Will There Be a Nutcracker Today prediction. And Leopard, who won a whopping 1 channel point, which is huge. That's absolutely massive. 1 channel point won by Leopard there. Folks, let's go on a raid, shall we? Shall we? If that's okay with you. Oh, that's not right. Invalid username. I just pasted the whole fucking link in, that's why. 1 channel points, yeah. Exactly. I don't know when I'll be on next, folks. I'm not sure. Possibly sometime next week. We'll do some maybe Minecraft. I might maybe stream the Transport Fever game. I'm not sure. I'll see how I feel about that. I just realised I've got a sausage roll in the fridge waiting for me, which will be nice. Folks, take it easy. Keep cool as well. Get some like gel packs that you can stick in the freezer or whatever. You can get a pack of 3 of them for like £6. Get some of those. Lifesaver. Take care, and I'll see you next time. All right. Okay. All right. Bye.